Welcome back, my friends, to TFT Hyperroll with Autarch, and oh boy, do I have a fun one for you today. Stay tuned through the whole thing, or skip to the end. If you want to just skip to the end, skip to the end. It's got an incredible ending. Now, I personally wouldn't do that because it would spoil all the fun of the build-up, but for those of you who just want to turn to the last page of the book, just go ahead, see where it goes. For those of us left here, we're going to start at the beginning. No real amazing portal here, but Radiant Blessing isn't bad because when you hit 10 health, you're going to get powerful loot, which could mean lots of different things, to help you throughout the match. It is time for the first set of augments, and the game has not revealed itself yet. I don't have a headliner, don't have any real clue which way I'm going, so I end up just grabbing healing orbs. After lots of rolling and trading things in and out, I found an 8-bit Corki and now have a second one locked in the shop. But comp's not really strong yet, and this is a risky comp anyway because I'm going into it really hoping for a spatula. There are a lot of ways out if you don't get what you want. You can flip over to a big shot build, you can go to 4 8-bit and 6 sentinels, and that should carry you into the top 4. And there's one neat little conundrum that you face. Rageblade is kind of a required item for Corki, but if you get a bow, you want to hold on to it to see if you get a spatula so you can make that 8-bit emblem. And we are just running lucky here that our lack of being able to fill in this comp in any way hasn't really hindered us that much. This lobby is pretty spread out, so you can see we're holding on nicely. It is time for the second set of augments, and my eye goes to Heroic Grab Bag because I could speed up this entire 3-star Corki process just going that way, and I can do it right now. We picked up an early Caitlyn, so along with our 3-star Corki, we are now at 4 8-bit, and we're going to be ticking up damage pretty quickly. You can see we're heading over 20,000 damage in the end of 5-2. And Gary decided to give us an early Ezreal as well, so now we have Big Shot as well as 8-bit. But against Ye Old Country team that is also running Executioner, that is going to be a lot to ask. With each item choice, I am hoping to see a spatula in that far right slot, but it is not there. So we're just going to go ahead and add some damage onto our team by giving Ezreal an Infinity Edge, which is really good for him because it will allow his ult to also crit, and since it covers a lot of people, it does a lot of damage. Running into this team makes me both happy and sad. Sad, somebody's already got their 8-bit emblem, but happy because I tend to find that when spatulas go out to one person, they often go out to others. And since we're in Radiant Blessing and have now hit 10 health, we get our Radiant Blessing. Lots of gold and a Tome of Traits. Please be 8-bit, please. Oh. Okay, so what we can do is grab Heartsteel, because we have 2 Heartsteals available, Philios and Ezreal. And if we just turn someone else into a Heartsteel, we'll at least be getting some rewards as we go. It's time for the final set of augments, and they are prismatic. Freaky Friday's pretty interesting because it will give us 2 Infinity Forces, which will give us a lot of damage. Prismatic Ticket is much more interesting. If I was in a stronger position, I would go for Golden Egg, but I feel like I might need Prismatic Ticket in this one. We've got our 4 Sentinels and 4 8-bit. We're holding 3 Heartsteel thanks to the additional emblem, and we're seeing how far we can get with that. Right now, we want to continue to rack up damage and hope that we're going to see an 8-bit emblem or spatula and bow, something along the way. And we are in our last round for individual item components. We see the little golden orb, and yes, it's a spatula, so from there we need a bow. We get it, and now Ezreal can become an 8-bit. We bring in Riven, and we are now at the 6 8-bit. And while 6 8-bit is a pretty significant power spike, we're missing some key items. Ezreal really needs a blue buff. Corki really needs a Rage Blade, and we do not have those things, so we're going to be susceptible to some other teams. And while we are not trying to lose here, it wouldn't necessarily be the worst thing because our Heartsteel chest is going to open after this round and it will give us more rewards if we lose. And now we get the choice to raise the stakes or cash out. We will cash out because if we lose again, we're out of here. We can pick up another Ezreal, and you can see that we're getting very close to a gold Ezreal. Not exactly the items I would want, but we do get a Blitzcrank up to 2 stars, so our front line is going to be pretty strong. And then, thanks to Prismatic Ticket, we roll and get our gold 3-star Ezreal sitting in the shop. I went ahead and put the Spear of Sojin onto Ezreal because that's a pretty good item also, but then I could have gotten blue buff here, so you win some, you lose some in terms of taking a risk. So here we grab another Spear of Sojin, put it on Corki, so he's casting more often, but right now I'm feeling really good because we've got a gold 3-star Ezreal, who is going to be able to increase our damage a lot. We reforged the Rabadon's Death Cap into a Giant Slayer and gave it to Caitlyn. Now ye old country executioner team, meet gold 3-star Ezreal and his ult, and say goodbye to your team. With that Infinity Edge, Ezreal is just going to clear teams out. Even ones with Akali's like this that are going to be able to get into your backline, Ezreal takes almost everyone out. And it is time for our final 2 items that the game is going to allow us to choose from. We still have Heartsteel crates to go. We're going to go ahead and add an Even Shroud to Blitz. We decided to bring in Lucian instead of the last Sentinel just so we could trigger Rapid Fire for Caitlyn. We want to make Blitzcrank and Mordekaiser as tanky as possible up front, and now we're just going through and looking for potential legendaries that we can 3-star. But this is a high roll game, and that team has a gold 3-star Twisted Fate. Luckily, we're facing the Ghost team, and Ezreal can wipe them out with a single cast. We now get our next Heartsteel cash out and see what we get. In this case, it's going to be a Bramble Vest, which we can just throw on pretty much anyone in the front line at this point. Now with a gold 3-star Ezreal, I am hoping we're going to be able to get enough damage to get a payout. There's still 5 people left in this match, so we're going to go a couple more rounds, and I think Ezreal can carry us, even if it's going to be close. But we just hit 2 important things. We've hit enough damage to hopefully get our payout, and we are also now into the top 4. And the payout works. We immediately get a Tactician's Crown so we can put Kayn into the match. Then we're going to get gold after gold after gold. So we are going to start rolling. We picked up a couple of decent items, a Titan's Resolve and a Radiant Warmogs. And now we're just rolling to see who we can pick up and maybe 3-star. We have to get through this next match because we haven't got a 3-star legendary yet, but they have a 3-star Thresh, which has an 8-second stun, if you remember from the time we got him. And this is going to be really tight and down to the wire because there's also a 3-star Urgot, and to be honest, I'm not quite sure how we actually won that, but we did. Now, I'm just going to play this through because there is so much happening at once. We're getting so much gold, we're rolling, and we have Prismatic Ticket. I thought that was enough Lucians, but I was wrong. Then it gave us an additional duplicator. Try again. There is a gold 3-star Lucian. Something I have not seen yet this season. We talked about it in a live, and someone asked if I wanted to know what it did, and we decided not to spoil it, so I will now get to see what can a gold 3-star Lucian do. And the answer to that question is completely ruin the other team. And it's GG for everyone. Hope you enjoyed this video and this crazy ending. And as always, have an absolutely awesome day.